Real Housewives of Potomac. Hopefully this video goes by with no interruptions. I already recorded this, but this is take two. It takes two, baby. This is takes two, so hopefully we good on here. Real Housewives of Potomac. Y'all, I don't like them. I don't. Out of the whole batch of them, it's maybe only two and a half that I like. The rest you could just, my God, they can all pitch a tent in front of the Gizelle house. I just can't. So we began with the ladies there all in white, looking clean and pristine. They are at Mia's birthday dinner. That Mia's still upstairs. She didn't want to host it. She mad. She hateful. She's still upset. She's big and she's green because she's She-Hulk. And you know, we see Jacqueline coming down the stairs. You know, so all the ladies are sitting outside. Some of the ladies, they're trickling in one by one. Candiace is there, and you know, they're we see Jacqueline coming down the steps who needs a girdle or Spanx or something. At least something to cover it up. Jacqueline, you just don't give a damn, do you? You and Charisse just don't give a damn. Charisse is just slumped over, and then you sit like me. But you see, I cover mine up. You see? I cover Tom Tom up. You know, I do certain poses. You know, I cover hit Tom Tom up so I can get Tom Tom together. I cover Tom Tom up with black. And she just had on white, which, you know, just all her stuff hanging out. I say, well, hey, it's first season blues, right? Everybody has a first season where they, you know. But Charisse, this is your whatever season. I know you left and came back, but sis, you know what time it is with the internet streets and with this show. Sis, you need to have your stuff together, Charisse. Bye. So anyway, they're all trickling in, and then Mia's upstairs acting the fool. Jacqueline, she always has to, you know, cover up for Mia's bad attitude, bad etiquette, bad everything. So then Mia finally comes down the steps. Everybody rolling their eyes. I screamed, "Hi, ladies!" They panned the camera over to Candiace. I hit the floor. Candiace was. It was funny. Anyway, so we get to Gizelle. She actually has a good idea for once in her life. She says that you know, let everybody tell their funny Karen stories. Candiace went first. She talked about the shift of the wig on Candiace's first season, I think season 3. Well, you know, she was trying to deflect the conversation. I actually think they was talking about Candiace in that scene, but Karen shifted her wig, brought the conversation off of Karen for a moment, and I was like, okay, well, that's cool. So then you know, everybody else is telling their Karen stories. Moving on from that, after that, Karen says to the table, she was like, I'm so glad that you and Ashley, talking about Candiace, was so glad to settle y'all issues. And they said that we pretty much just decided to sweep it under the rug for the betterment of the group. And they was just like, okay, Ashley, here comes Ashley, good old Ashley, every time. She was like, but there is some things that we still need to discuss. I was like, here we go. It's always Ashley. It's always Ashley. Just, Ashley, you had 2 weeks of me liking you. It's gone. That quick. You know, on one hand, Ashley is great for the show, because she is. But on the other hand, it's just like, I don't know how you can possibly have any real friendships with anybody except for people that's just like you, like Gizelle. You know, because she's just a snake, and whenever you open up to her, get comfortable with her, spill tea, whatever, what have you, whatever you give Ashley, there is a big chance that she is gonna spread it out to somebody else, and it's just sad. It really is. It's just wow. But people still talk to her. People still disclose information to her. It's just crazy. So Candiace was like, oh God. So then they got on, apparently, Chris Chris do tweet a lot. I will say that. However, if you're coming for me and my character and calling me all kind of derogatory names and you know, and I have all this to lose. I mean, am I just supposed to let it go and not say nothing? You know, because you're a woman. It's nobody's talking about, you know, hitting you or nothing crazy like that. But I mean, I have feelings too. I just supposed to let you just do and say whatever. Just because it's like, no. And then on top of that, y'all beat up on his wife every chance y'all get. All of y'all want to verbally jump the girl. It's crazy. It's like Candiace is so bad. Why does it take all y'all to beat up on her? When Gizelle is the worst of the worst. When Ashley is second in coming. When Strongback Robyn is there to beat up everybody and nobody says nothing. When She-Hulk can pick whole men up and throw them across the world. So I just don't get it. It's crazy. We know what it is, but you know, it's exhausting. It's tiring. So then, of course, Gizelle used that moment to jump in. Yeah, was he talking about you? Or was he talking about me? And what's going on? Candiace was just like, what else is going on? I'm done. Did anybody got anything else? All of a sudden, we have Jacqueline jumping in to say something. Because Candiace was like, when I sit back and don't say nothing, I'm defensive. When I stand up for myself and cuss y'all out, I'm aggressive. I can't win. And so here comes Jacqueline. Oh, so now you're going to dismiss all their feelings and all that kind of stuff. And Candiace was like, ta-ta-ta. I don't need me as representative speaking. And who are you anyway? I was like, well, I mean, what can you say? Well, and then Candiace. And I was just like, ooh, child. She didn't even say nothing. Jacqueline, you so quick to have Mia's back. You don't even see the stuff that she do to you. If Mia was going to have your back, that would have been the moment to say something to Candiace, to cuss her out or read her down the same way that you always got Mia's back. I just... So after that, let's see. That was the end of that scene. So we get to the next day, and we get to Cherise sitting on Candiace's bed looking any kind of way. They're talking, and Cherise is another one that's just, you can't be trusted. And we're still trying to figure out why Cherise is here, but Cherise, she finally, for the second half of the season, she showed up to work. So everybody welcome Cherise. There she is. Y'all saw her. So she's coming to work. And she's telling Candiace, oh, I want you to have fun in this group, and I want us to have a good day, and I want everything to be copacetic. And they sort of talk about Ashley's marriage. Candiace thinks there's something in the milk ain't clean, thinks there's something shady and messy about it, and I agree. Something is weird and odd about it, but that's the relationship. The relationship is weird and odd. So, I mean, it is what it is. It doesn't make sense to want to buy a home or whatever they're trying to do with somebody you're trying to divorce. Doesn't that mean you're trying to get rid of them? But you're trying to create more businesses and stuff with them. It doesn't make sense. And Ashley is a fool if she thinks she's going to walk away with half of that man's fortune. A fool. Because that's not what's going to happen, girl. Did I lose the earring? Child, I lost the earring. But, yeah, you ain't going to get nothing, Ashley, honey. Bless your heart. That's all I can say. So, let me see. After that, so Mia decided to split the groups up into two different groups. So her group A, was herself, Jackie, Gizelle, and Karen. And then group B was Candiace, Robyn, Cherise, and Ashley. She sent those girls off on a boat trip that wasn't even a boat. It was one of them things that you ride in the street, child, with, or was they on a boat, or was they on water? I don't know. But it's one of them things that you ride in the street when you pedaling and stuff. Some exercise, some stuff that I could have stayed at home for. So they doing that while me and them go get to do the fun stuff. They driving Lamborghinis and stuff. And then it clicked in my mind. I said, oh my goodness. So Mia is doing this to try to impress Gizelle and Karen. See, those are the two people that she's trying to impress that she deem as important. These other girls, it's just, they don't matter. But she trying to impress Gizelle and Karen. That's why she brought them with them. I was like, oh, okay. But she can, push it off as, oh, I'm doing this for Karen's birthday. She didn't give a damn about Karen's birthday. Karen's birthday been ruined a long time ago. I was like, oh, okay. I see what you're doing, Mia. Which is why you throwing Jackie, your good friend of however many years, under the bus. Your foster sister under the bus. Every chance that you get. Because you're trying to impress your new friends. Okay. And the meanwhile, Robyn and Gizelle is coming for you every chance that they get. Because they get ready to get on you and in your relationship with Jacqueline and trying to figure out, have y'all slept, how many men y'all slept together with, and have y'all slept with Gordon together as friends, as sisters in Christ. That's what they're trying to do. See, these are the folks you're trying to impress. They don't care about you. Mia, you 16-foot, they trying to bait you, and they using you as the muscle to do their dirty work, child. Just dumb. Just dumb. It's a good tactic. They do it all the time. They did it, with the whole Monique and Candiace situation. Monique was excited to finally be Gizelle's friend and flipped right on back on her. And then she, instead of going for Gizelle, she went for little Candiace. Because of her mouth. All y'all have bad mouths. Child, please. I ain't finna get on that. But, and Candiace, you big head ass, you fell right into it. You drove back into the mess. And it fell right into the trap. It was all a trap. It was all a scheme that Todd did not set up. It was all a scheme, and all y'all fell for it. All y'all. I mean, my God. I don't know when y'all ladies are going to band together and get that Gizelle on up out of here. It's ridiculous. Every single season, she has not had a season yet where people have came for her. Ever. Like, we talk about her little dumb relationships and stuff. That stuff don't matter. Y'all need to get into Gizelle because she gets into all y'all. I don't know when y'all gonna wake up and see it. I really don't. Anyway, so they're driving Lamborghinis, doing their thing. Okay. So on the boat trip ride, Candiace decides to invite Wendy. They all still mad, irritated with Wendy. Outside of Ashley and Karen. I think Karen's genuinely wants to see Wendy. Ashley is doing it, just because she realized what they're trying to do, and she wants to look good for the viewership. Child, Ashley don't give a damn about Wendy. Ashley don't give a damn about nobody. The two most selfish people on this show, in my opinion, is Gizelle and Ashley. Karen care a little bit, but not that much. But it's definitely Gizelle and Ashley. But hey. So Wendy gets on the boat trip. Somehow or another got on Robyn eloping to Juan, and then Ashley says, "Oh, you don't want to disclose this information to everybody." And then Robyn was like, "Oh, well, everybody on this bus don't like me, so I don't want to tell this to you." I'm like, "Girl, we don't care. Girl, you get married in a wedding dress. That's never gonna happen." In white. Why you got on white? Y'all ain't virgins. Why y'all like wearing white? I said, girl, bye. Now, after all this time of us waiting for you and Warren to get married, now you want to do it in private. Girl. Get on. So, let's see. What's after that, y'all? Everybody right back at the house. Let's just get to the dinner scene. I don't know what Ashley has on. Bless her heart. And they get to the dinner scene, and before that, they was at the house getting ready to go, and Candiace asked Mia, "Is it okay for me to invite Wendy? Is everybody comfortable with that?" And Wendy was like, "Well, I have not wanted her around for 7 times. The 7th time that y'all asked me. And so no, the answer is still no. Just still nasty and mean and green." And I was just like, "Ooh, child, I can't. You still hateful." She talked about Gordon. So what? You tried to drown her. And you tried to give her a concussion with that hard pocketbook. I said, these people are crazy. It's girl. So we get to the table. Ashley did not care what Wendy said. Ashley is the only one to be fully standing up for Wendy, standing up to Mia. Yet they always forgive Ashley and they always allow Ashley back into the crew. It's never a problem. But it's a problem with Karen, and it's always a problem with Candiace and Wendy. Going against Mia's rules. How dare you? Ashley do it every time. Ashley went right on over there in that ugly outfit and called Wendy. And she said that, girl, we put you on by. Come on through. My thing with Wendy, though, I don't know. How do y'all feel? Y'all tell me in the comment section. How do y'all feel? If y'all was Wendy, would y'all stay on this trip? Would y'all stay in Miami? I think Wendy just need a break from the kids, from the husbands, from the jobs, from everything. I think Wendy just need a break. That's one reason. But it's also like, oh, I'm just sitting by the phone, waiting, anticipating, hope that they invite me somewhere. Like, ugh. Who got time for that? So, I mean, I don't know. Would y'all have went home if y'all was Wendy? I feel two kinds of ways about it. I mean, you're not going to run me nowhere. You're not going to run me off. I'm going to get this check just like everybody else because they trying to knock Wendy off scenes to show that we don't need Wendy. Basically trying to knock her off this platform and knock her out of her check. That's what they trying to do. They're just ugly, awful women. But, you know, at the same time, it's like, do I want to stay somewhere where I'm not wanted or I'm mistreated? Wendy arrived at the table, and the first thing she did when she sat down was apologize to all of them. No, she apologized to me, excuse me. Earlier that day, Karen apologized to Mia on the van. She easily accepted it, and it was cool because she needs Karen's approval. She needs to be Karen's friend. She deemed Karen as important on the show. So she wants to stay in Karen's good graces. But she can give a crap about Wendy. And so Wendy apologized, and Mia acted like she didn't even hear her. Oh, who she's talking to? She's not talking to me. I said, oh, baby. Awful. Awful, 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 awful. I was like, child, and they're sitting there sniggering and laughing the whole time. Gizelle them at the end of the table. I said, that's just so ugly. Wow. Wow. So after that, Robyn, she decided to get a speaker and put it on the table and blast Candiace for her IG. Candiace basically saying that, you know, all these, you know, girls are fake and phony and they're out for themselves and they got fake businesses and all this kind of stuff and none of them are loyal. And I'm sitting back trying to figure out, Robyn, you really thought you got Candiace, didn't you? And more importantly, you really thought you got us. There was nothing that Candiace said in that live that was not true. And furthermore, Candiace was reading comments from the audience, from her followers on Instagram. And then secondly, she said positive things as well in that live, but you didn't say that because, you know, there's no benefit there in the positive things. And I think her live is still up. So it's been public. I mean, you thought you was doing something. You thought you was trying to expose her. Sitting there looking stupid and strong. I said, child, you was silly. Candiace looked at all of them and said, Ashley, I don't like you because you're messy and mean and tired and through. Gizelle, I don't like you because you're messy and mean and shady and got double, triple decks and I don't like you. And she went down the line and said to people she didn't like, and now what? So then Candiace says to Karen, I wasn't talking about you because Karen, you know, acted like she was offended by that. And she said, I wasn't talking about you, Karen. I don't think those things about you. So then Ashley took it upon herself. She says, well, Candiace, you did say that Karen was sleeping with other men. Ashley, we gave you 2 weeks to like you. 2 weeks. That woman invited you to her home. You disrespected and showed eye health at her first home. So she invited you to her second home. Y'all sitting there kiki and talking like good old girlfriends. You initiated the conversation about Karen, saying that you heard a lot of rumors about Karen and Ray. And it was something that, it's something initially Sharice talked about. But you didn't say none of that. You said everything that you said. So Karen looked over at Candiace, super hurt, and said, "Did you say that?" Whoop de whoop. Candiace, said that she didn't remember and all that kind of stuff. Which, Candiace, you did say it. But what you should have said in that moment, but she said later on to Watch What Happens Live, she didn't remember. But what you should have said in that moment was, sweetheart, the conversation was initiated by you, Ashley. And this is what you said, and this is what I said in return. And these are rumors that's been swirling around that we've been hearing about on the show that some of them have said. And then, it's Karen has also said in public that she has she's allowed to have eye candy and all that kind of stuff, and Ray has agreed with it, and it's fine. And so, I mean, I don't, not to say that she's cheating on Ray, I don't know, but I mean, they clearly have some kind of arrangement. So, I mean, well, I don't understand why this is tea either. While y'all trying to give a good big kaboom moment, I was like, okay, Ann. That Ashley's something else, child. Something else. She shows up to work for sure. I give her that. She shows up to work, but my God, she could never be my friend. So, after that, the ladies end up going off. Gizelle end up going home. They went off to a club or whatever. Everybody getting along, hugging and kissing each other because everybody's drunk. So, of course, everybody's getting along. Either you fist fighting when you're drunk, or everybody's hugging and kissing and crying. So, they chose the latter. So then the next scene that we see is Candiace and Robyn. They're all in a van on the way back to the hotel. And we see Candiace, yelling at Robyn, saying that you're fake and you're unloyal and you're this and you're that. Robyn, no, but you said it and you was fake. And Ashley chiming in. Ashley's recording this whole thing, by the way. The same thing that Robyn did. The white women stuff. Ashley, I don't care nothing about you saying that you're not colorist. Your actions show something different every time, honey. And it's just the way that you move out here in these streets, you act just like the rest of them. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. It's just, you do what you have to do for the show, and you do what looks good. Gizelle them is just evil and spiteful, and in there, it's just, if they don't like you at all or trying to get you on the show, they come at it at a different, more aggressive angle. You do it sneakily and underhanded, but it's the same thing. Y'all all are the same. So, I don't know. So after that, it went off, and then we saw the mid-season trailer of what's the second half of the season's going to give, child. And I said, Lord have mercy. It is a mess. It is truly a mess. I don't know if I was Candiace and Wendy, if I could be on the show. Really, it gets to a point where it's just too much. It's bullying, it's gaslighting, it's colorism, it's it's so much high school behavior. I just, how much, letting go, approving, or I don't know, but at the same time, it's good they're on the show, because some of these ladies would not be exposed for who they are if Wendy and Candiace was not on the show. But still, it's just like, at what cost and how much can a person take? Because this is a lot to take constantly. If you're nice to them, it's a problem. If you're mean to them, it's a problem. They're allowed to assault you, and it's no justification for it. It's fine. But if you assault them, here comes the SWAT team. It's just, I don't know. It might make me go crazy. What y'all think about my review and this episode, child? I'm MrChalaki. MrChalaki on Google Plus. Follow me. At ItsKingsWorld on Instagram and Twitter. At ItsKingsWorld89 on Snapchat. Chase King on Facebook. MrChalaki on Cash App and PayPal. And as always, run me my money or run me my fade. Run me my money the way I get paid. Stay black, stay tuned. And I'll see you guys later.